Morning, Will. Thanks for coming this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Got a few questions for you. You've obviously worked up the ladder to get where you are now, but initially, what was your earliest memory of playing table tennis?
My earliest memory of playing table tennis was playing in my garage at home with my brother, and sort of like that's how I started playing, and that's how I sort of fell in love with the game.
What sort of age were you when you started?
I think I was about 10 or 12 years old, something like this, and yeah, that's when I started really playing properly. But when I decided to take it another step on, I went to a club. I think I was about 14, 15. So it was quite a long time before I really wanted to take it very seriously and go to almost a professional club and to carry on playing almost full time.
Okay. And where do you train now? Where's your main port of training, and who do you train with?
I train in English Institute of Sport in Sheffield, which is the centre of sport for Olympians and Paralympians. I train with alongside the able-bodied team and the Paralympic team. So sometimes I can go into the Olympic team's trainings and train with them, and sometimes I train with the Paralympic players. So it's good practice for me to be based in Sheffield. We've got all the perfect facilities and everything, so it's really great. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be able to train there.
And you're a village boy, born and bred in Groombridge in the southeast. Do you miss your home life, or is it literally focusing on the sport?
Yeah, I definitely miss going home and stuff like this, because it's I think you take it for granted, everything's done for you at home, and I miss my mum and my family very much, and because I love coming home to Groombridge. It's a lovely village, and all the people are always behind me and everything. And when you go to a big city, it's obviously totally different. But I think I just have to make these sacrifices. If you want to be at the top of your game, if you want to be as best as you can be, you have to make sacrifices, and it's just one of those sacrifices I have to make.
In terms of sponsorship, because there's a lot of things, events happening this year to push you on next year to London 2012. Just for people that are raising money, why do you need the money? It might sound a silly question, and what do you do with it?
Yeah, I need lots of money really, because I need to go to many tournaments next year for my seeding for London 2012. This year I've qualified and I've done all I need to qualify for London 2012, so I'm for sure going 100%, bar injury. But I now need to get my seeding up. I want to be in the top 1 or 2 players in the world. I'm number 2 at the moment, but I need to keep that up for next year, and that means I have to pay for extra competitions. Also, I need to try and improve. I want to be at my best in London 2012, and I want to go to China to train, and I have to find money from somewhere to do all these things. So this sort of thing really helps, and trying to raise money is vital for any Paralympian, I think, at the moment.
So when you go away abroad in your tournaments, you gain points, is that right? Every competition you gain points, which then adds up to a ranking.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think your biggest challenge will be in 2012?
I think just to keep a cool head and everything, and to keep my mind focused on the game, because it's hard to get lost. When you do get lost sometimes when you're in a big environment, a big pressure environment, and you just need to stay calm and to think about what you've done in training. I've maybe practiced a million forehands for maybe one forehand, that I might have to play in I don't know, the semi-final, the final of the Paralympic Games. I've maybe hit that shot about 2 million times or something like that, 5 million times in training, but I need to do it once in a big tournament. So it's just, you've done all the work, and now you just need to do it on the day. Really, it's sport, and anything can happen. So you just need to be well prepared.
A hell of a lot of pressure though when you're there. The crowd are watching you.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
You've got to perform.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but I've had it before. I went to Beijing. I played in front of 10,000 people in Beijing, and screaming Chinese people who didn't want me to win.
What was that like? Was it quite intimidating, or was it?
I think I wasn't really intimidated. I think it just spurred me on to try and fight for every ball. And that's all I do. And I don't really think about pressure or anything like this, because I do. Obviously, everyone feels stress and pressure, but I think it's important. You have to fight for every ball and just to try your best, and that's all I do when I'm playing. Just try my best.
That's what you can do.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Say that I'm maybe 5, 6 years old. I'm thinking about choosing a sport. I'm thinking about table tennis. What advice would you give to someone starting out?
I think it's like unbelievably fun game. It's just for like everyone to play. I think you don't have to be a young kid. You can be old, you can be young, you can be fit, you can be fat, you can be, you know, if you don't want to play to the top level, it's one of the best games because it's like a fun game. You know, you play on holiday. I want everyone to play table tennis because I think it's a fantastic game, and it's not just for like elite athletes like me. It's also for other people, you know, and I think it's just a good sport to get involved with. Really, it's just a really fun sport. So, and also in England it's not so big, but in Europe and in obviously Asia it's just the biggest sport, you know, which is ridiculous.
In terms of achievements, what medals we've got so far? Where are you at? What have you achieved so far in the game?
Yeah, my achievement's really a world number 2, which is a good achievement really. I'm second best player in the world at the moment by rankings. I've won 7 international gold medals across Europe and Asia and Africa, and across the world, America. So I've won quite a few titles, but I've never won a major medal, which is what I want to win. You know, I want to win a World Championships or a Paralympic Games, which is my dream, which I've never done. So.
Okay. So you obviously got to be dedicated. There's obviously a lot of training involved.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how intense that is. Are you training full time at the moment? What's your schedule of training at the moment?
Yeah, I train full time, and I train from 9:30 to 12:30 in the morning, and from 3 to 6 in the evening every day. So about 6 hours a day. I also do maybe a gym session in between, 3 or 4 times a week in between those days. So quite a lot of training involved into trying to be the best.
Yeah, it's a lot of commitment.
Just get this fly out of the way.
It's a lot of commitment. So what sort of drives you in that respect? Why train 6? What drives you? What motivates you to succeed and have that real commitment and passion that you do have for the game?
I think I'm just a competitive person, and I've set my goals now. And once I've set a goal, I do everything to achieve it. If I'm a really focused person, and if I want something, I'll go and do it. You know, I don't think there's any excuses to not do it. If I can go to London 2012, knowing that I've done everything that I can do, you know, I've prepared as hard as I can. I've trained every day. I've given everything that I can do, and I lose every single match. I'm a happy guy. You know, if that's the case, I'm a happy guy. But I know for a fact that won't be the case. But I'm just saying, as long as I do all that work, you know, my mind's really happy, you know. My mind's relaxed. If I can go into London 2012 knowing that I've done everything, I'm a happy guy.
How would you sum yourself up? If someone had to sum you up in 3 words, how would you sum Will Bayley up?
Determined, motivated, and I think quite loving really, as well.
Okay, final question, Will. The most important question that everyone wants to know. Can you bring a gold medal back from London 2012?
Yeah, everyone wants me to say I can win a gold medal, but I don't think I'm that stupid, you know. I know I can win a gold medal, but it's sport, and anything can happen in sport. I think, you know, if you're the best player in the world, you know, Nadal would never go into Wimbledon and say, I'm going to win this tournament. You know, it's a tournament, you can win, you can lose. You know, you can win in the first round, you can lose. But I'm going to be the best prepared I can be, and that's the only promise I can make, really. And I'm going to be better prepared than any other athlete there. I know that in my heart, but to say I'm going to win the gold medal is not really fair, really, because it's sport and anything can happen.
Will Bayley, the politician.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will. Thanks today.
Cheers. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Today is really to say thank you to everybody who's helping in the efforts to support Will in his ambitions for next year, and also to encourage and hope we can encourage further efforts on all our behalf to do more, because it's still a long way to 2012 and there's much to do and there's a lot of training still to be done. Can I first say, watching a game like that, I mean, the reflexes and kind of eye coordination, it's got to be the fastest game in the world, I would think. I mean, you saw Nadal and Murray, I mean, they're snails compared to snails. We are talking about outstanding athletes here. Will is an outstanding athlete, and I think you'd be the first to say, and together with Joe, that all athletes who work in or work for the Paralympics, or indeed are involved with any form of disability sport whatsoever, I think they're all supreme athletes. Royal Tunbridge Wells, round table, Tony.
We'd like to offer a cheque for £1,000. Club, I'd like to give you a cheque for £100 and wish you great success in 2012.
On behalf of Sussex Police and the Property Fund Act, a cheque for £250 just to assist you in your
Thanks very much.
aims for next year.
Thank you.
He's officially number 2 in the world now.
Hi everyone. I'm not very good at this sort of thing, but I just want to say it's like a massive, like, it sounds really corny and everything, but it is really very special to have everyone from the village, well, a lot of people from the village here, and, you know, getting behind me, it means so much, because it, like, gives me a bit more motivation, you know, to go to training and to know people are wanting me to win, you know. If you come to watch me in 2012, that would be amazing as well, because I need everyone there, you know, cheering me on, and that'll just give me maybe a few extra points if you're at home and you get a few people like cheering you on and stuff. And I train really hard, 6 hours every day, 5 days a week, and I think just to get a little bit of recognition is really nice, you know, because I haven't really had it since. I don't mind not having it, but we've been training full time for me and Joe for like 6 years, really. So it doesn't really get noticed that much, you know, especially Paralympics, but that's the way it is, really. But there's one person who's like done all of this, and it's Linda Slade, you know. But I don't really. If it wasn't for Linda, nothing would really happen at all. So I wouldn't have anything. I would be like normal. Like I'd just be training and having no support. I'd be trying to struggling ways to find, you know, to pay for tournaments next year. Trying to ask my mum or my dad if they could pay for any more. But so, you know, it's really great that she's helped me out, because I'd be lost without her, and you know, so I owe like everything to her, really. Also, I just want to say thanks to my mum and dad, obviously. Obvious, yeah. Genuinely, it means so much to everyone. Every single person that's come today. It just shows that you care, and it just shows that you actually, you know, you're getting behind the Paralympics. It means a lot just to be behind the Paralympics. I think we'll surprise a lot of people in the Paralympics because we're really well prepared, and we train, I think, harder than the Olympic team. We're faster than the Olympic team. We're fitter than the Olympic team, and you know, I don't see why it doesn't get the respect that it should get sometimes. But I'm sure that will change in London 2012 when we get all the medals, really. So, all right, thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks very much. Cheers.